Hey guys, what's up? So, for whatever reason, my mic isn't working, so I have to use the MacBook mic, which is unfortunate, but I don't know why. But it's coming through on the audio interface, but it's just like refusing to come through on... This is so weird. This has never happened. Mic check 1, 2. Oh, it's still not working. Okay. So we're gonna have to use the MacBook mic. Is that better? Can you guys hear me? Like, is this okay? Let me know. Is this working? I have another mic, but maybe we could like play a song. I have to restart my computer. Oh no. And then I gotta put another. But guys, if I restart the computer, I then have to send you another stream link. Okay, you hear me in the music. Okay, this will have to do, I suppose, for now. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what happened. Right, let's start this again, shall we? Welcome to the live stream. It's so good to be here. Happy Monday, everyone. It's my favorite way to start a Monday. What I was saying is like, what I like about this on a Monday is it's kind of like a meditation. Sometimes on a Monday there's just so much going on, it's so chaotic because it's like the start to the week, and this is just a fantastic 2 hours where we can just focus, have fun, listen to each other's music, and hang out. So welcome to the stream. If you're new here, welcome back if you've been here before. Before we play some music, let's go over some of the rules really quickly. So, rule number 1. If you're going to give feedback on other people's music in the chat, which I'm totally open to, by the way, just be constructive, just be nice, like no need to be mean. Number 2, there's a link below to upload your music. There's a stream there. There's an upload link there. We do prioritize upgraded users. So if you are coming to the live stream and you do enjoy these live streams and you want to get track priority, you 100% want to get feedback on your track, then what you want to do is you want to upgrade to a different tier, and this will give you bronze, silver, or gold. We prioritize gold, silver, then bronze, and then we move on to the free tracks for free users at the end of the stream. Okay, and rule number 3, if you like a track, all you have to do is write PL in the chat. Okay, so if you write PL in the chat, I will add this to my top picks playlist, which I will share with you guys at the end of the stream. I'll also share it on the Boombox Instagram. Let me just turn that on. Okay, cool. So let me just show you guys where that is. Top streams June. Where's the top streams June? Here we go. Nope, that's not mine. Here we go. So yeah, we got one more week for the top streams June. As you can see, some incredible tracks here, which I will share with you. So you guys can vote for those, okay? Bronze is starter, silver is creator, and gold is pro. All right, so let's get some of these tracks into the queue. I'm gonna start with, let me just refresh. I'm gonna start with our paid members. We've got a few silver accounts here, so I'm just going to add those to the queue, and then we're going to get cracking. Cool track, Dom. Thank you so much for submitting that. So here are my thoughts. I like I think the elements are good. I like the space that the track has. I think the sound design is pretty cool. This, to me, in all honesty, is like a lot of elements, which are supporting elements. Like, I don't hear, there's no lead and there's no like lead vocal, right? So it's missing something, right? It's missing like a hook, essentially. And it just doesn't, it's you know, I know some people are commenting on the mix or the kick is a bit soft. I'm not even so worried about the mix right now. I think it's just more important to get that production right. So again, guys, what makes your track memorable? I'm always pushing you every single week to work on adding a motif. Like, so basically, what, in my opinion, what this needs is a melody over the top, like a very hooky melody over the top. Okay, so if you have that, then it's going to become more memorable. It's going to be easier for the track to have an identity, which I do think it already does, given like how cool the sound design is. So that's what I would do, is go back, Dom, and now focus on adding those elements that give it that recognizable and memorable melody. Okay. All right, let's go to the next track. This is a live Say Something. By the way, guys, leave me any notes in the chat about like maybe what you want feedback on, or the other thing that I want you guys to do is please leave a comment here with your Instagram handle, because I do a top picks every so often, and I like to post those to Instagram so I can promote your music even more.
Flicker in your eye, shudder through my dreams. Are you waiting, watching me? See this heart alive, smiling through despair. Was it all for nothing? Say something.
wow, why did you stop it there? I want to hear that next drop. Okay, so you want feedback on the vocal structure, man. Well, let's just start by saying this is a fantastic track. It's so good, it's memorable, it's melodic, it's fun, it flows, the journey just, it's seamless, really smooth and seamless. Matthew, well done. You are so good and so talented. You work so hard at these tracks. I think it's always just a pleasure to listen to them. So thank you for sending this in. And I think the vocal structure is fine. I think you've nailed it. I don't think there's anything you need to do, to be honest. Like, now, if you wouldn't mind, I had a question. Is this a vocalist that you've worked with? Where did you get the vocals from? And whilst you reply, yeah, I think also Dizette should do a remix of it. But Matthew, tell me a little bit more about the vocals. Where they're from? Who's the vocalist? Just, in a couple of sentences. I just want to, I just want to know basically what the source is. So whilst you do that, let's go to my first note here. I know this isn't what you're looking on feedback on, so I hope you don't mind me sharing my point of view, but just a couple of things.
Say something.
You've got that octave down there, it's like, say something, which is really nice. It just overpowers the lead vocal a little bit, and I wonder if you could just take the lead vocal and actually drop the formant on it. So it's so you get like a darker tone just for the say something, to create a bit of contrast between that lead, prettier, cleaner, more sort of feminine vocal, and then something darker and a bit more robotic. Maybe I think that could be cool. Maybe play around with it. Don't overdo it. Don't bring the formant down so much that you lose the tonality. But I think just adjusting it ever so slightly would be nice. Yeah, so the delays here, I think the delays are just too clean. Like, I want to hear a much more filtered delay with a bit of flanger, with a bit of distortion. So I would probably do something like distortion, filter, flanger on the send, and print the delays and then actually edit them yourself. Like, so rather than just sending, I would actually then bounce out the delays and then just edit the tails so it finishes exactly where you want it to. That the clean delays take away from the clean vocals. So again, creating a little bit of contrast there. Now, the other final thing that I would love to hear is for you to take this vocal and then put it through something like 11 Labs, which is an AI vocal cloner, and just see what it might sound like with a different tone, with someone else's intonations. I think that would just work out. Not necessarily work out better. I just wonder if, like, it's beautifully written and I like the vocalist's voice. What would it sound like with the voice, with a slightly different tone? That's all. But listen, otherwise, man, it's a great track. Like, it's good as it is. I'm just opening it up for potential experimentation. If you like it how it is, I don't want to take away from that. Okay, next track. This is Mono No Aware by Halal Aman.
儚な花の中で桜の花びら舞い落ちる。失われた愛のささやき、儚き命、春の息吹のように美は消えゆくも心は残る。
Definitely managed to captivate the audience tonight with our third song in the stream being this absolute cinematic masterpiece. And it's so nice, like I know I haven't said this in a while, but it's so nice how different the music is that we hear in the stream, you know, from genre to genre. And it's great because it just like takes us out of this kind of tunnel vision that we may have, especially when we get a lot of a lot of dance music tracks in here, which we do. Help, great track. Really love this. I think this is one of my favorite tracks that you've written. And don't forget, everybody, that if you like a record being played, you can write PL in the chat, and I will add this to the topics playlist, which I'll then share with you guys. I have a private WhatsApp community. I'll give you the WhatsApp link. I'll do it right now, actually, because otherwise I'm going to forget. I only accept people into the WhatsApp group during the live stream and not before or after, okay? So only during the live stream. The reason is because I only want super talented producers just like yourselves in there. And I share the playlist. I share updates to when the next stream is happening, so on and so forth. Okay, that's 4 PLs. Okay, sick. I will add that to the playlist now. We have this new add to playlist button directly from here, which is amazing. Look at all these new buttons: seal versions, upload version, add to playlist. And that makes my life so much easier because I don't have to keep changing. Okay, cool. So feedback. Listen, man, I think from a production standpoint it's great. I don't mind the silence in the track here. Here I do, right at the beginning. I think it goes a little too silent for my liking, and you could just fill it with some sort of ambience, like some wind chimes, something atmospheric. It doesn't have to be like an instrument necessarily. I know wind chime is an instrument, but just something to help carry over the transition, especially because that's really early on. And then just the lower note in here coming from like a double bass or something. But you could automate that to come in and out of volume a little bit, just increase the intensity of the low end, just not so much, maybe up 3 dB, down 3 dB, something like that, to add to it just a bit more of the fluidity of it. Love the delay on these drums. I think this is so cool. I felt like the transits in the drums are like triggering a compressor, and then everything's kind of pumping as a result. So maybe have a look at that, something to clip the transients of the drums, and don't put the drums into a compressor, especially on the master, until you've controlled those transients, because it's making everything pump, and the strings are like ducking in volume every time the drums hit. So yeah, just be careful with that. And I think that's it, dude. The rest is amazing. So really just some small changes here, and then maybe just one last thing. I have like a sitar here. It felt a little dry to me, that sitar. Would be nice to have some sort of interesting reverb on that. That's pretty much it. Okay, guys, so I'm going to add new tracks to the queue now. Before I do that, I just want to let you know that we are prioritizing people with upgraded accounts before we get to the free track. So if you want a guaranteed play during this stream, you can upgrade your account by clicking on the link that I'm just putting in the chat now. And I want to remind you guys that you're not just getting track priority when you upgrade your account. You're getting access to this platform that I've been building for the past 3 years with a really small team to make your guys' lives easier, more organized, and to help you save money. I'm not going to show you I'm not going to talk about all the features because it's going to take forever, but I did make this small video so you know that if you upgrade your account, you're not just getting track priority, you're also getting this.
Replace Dropbox, Google Drive, SoundCloud Pro, Disco, and DistroKid with Boombox, the all-in-one solution for musicians. Store your files, create playlists, request files, and distribute your music from one place at a single price. Access files on the go and stay synced with our mobile app and macOS app. Dive into our AI tools to spark creativity by generating chords and splitting stems. Search for your files by mood, genre, BPM, and key with our AI-powered advanced search. Share and collaborate with time-stamped feedback, password protection, and customized access permissions. Create professional playlists for pitching with analytics to see who's listening. Release your music into the wild with our inbuilt distribution. And request files from clients and collaborators with inboxes. Boombox, the all-in-one platform.
Welcome back, everybody. So yeah, just to let you know, you get access to that and you get to come to every single stream. That's 8 streams per month where you get to submit your track for feedback, and you get access to all the other streams that all our other stream partners do at Boombox. Plus, think of it like this: if you met me in the street and you wanted feedback on your music, would you buy me a cup of coffee once a month for 8 different feedbacks? I think the answer is yes. I hope that my feedback is worth more than the cup of coffee, but I'm happy to give it for you for 1 cup of coffee per month, because this is all about community, hanging out. And I also want to say thank you to everyone who has upgraded their account. You're the ones who really make these streams possible, so thank you so much. You really, really are the spine to this live stream corpse. And that's such a weird analogy. I'm not feeling particularly creative today with my words, but let's get back to the tracks. Okay, now this next track, I'm just going to drop the link again in the chat in case you want to upgrade and get a guaranteed play. This next track is called Fired Up by Cairo Beats, and we are going to do a remix competition. So if you want to be part of the remix competition, join the WhatsApp group. We're going to drop all the stems in there, and then the way we'll do this is we'll basically give everyone until next Thursday to submit their tracks for the remix competition. Okay, let's play the track so you know what you guys are going to be remixing.
Need a reason to get all fired up. You give me the feeling when I'm all tied up. Got us up all night, up all night, up all night. I don't need a reason to get all fired up. You give me the feeling when I'm all tied up. Got us up all night, up all night, up all night. the time. Every breath is a prime time.
Get up and move.
I don't need a reason to get all fired up. You give me the feeling when I'm all tied up. Got us up all night, up all night, up all night.
Great track. I actually thought you were going to go into another drop here. I kind of wanted to hear the chorus one more time. So we are doing a remix competition with this track. Thank you, Cairo, for agreeing to do this. It's so awesome, man. We did this before with the community. We did a remix competition about 6 weeks ago, maybe, no, a little bit less, right? Like a month ago. And it went off. It was so cool to see how many different styles everyone was able to create from this one vocal that this vocalist sent in called Tonka B. So this is going to be really exciting to do it again, and I love how we're all getting together. I might even have a go. Let's see if I have time. I want to have time to do this. I will have more time to do this in the future, and then we can all be part of, like, well, you guys obviously part of the remix competition. So if you want access to the stems, join the WhatsApp group. I'm leaving the link again. Just remember that I only accept people into the WhatsApp group during the live stream. I don't accept people at any other time. This is the only time you'll actually get the link to the WhatsApp group. It's completely private, and we have about 250 amazing, talented members in there, collaborating, dropping tips, dropping gems, sharing free plugins, giving each other help on their music, and also just chatting shit, which is great because we all need a place to go and chat shit. All right, next in the queue, we've got Tal, Morning Call, Hecate.
something.
Definitely your sound that you're doing a really good job of putting together. And I think the sound design is cool. I think it's dark. I think it's interesting. I like the elements. I like the combination. I like the sound selection. For me, it feels like a little bit. So I don't know if you were here at the beginning of the stream, but we were talking about Dom's track. These are all great, but these all feel like supporting elements. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing really hooking me in here, and it takes so long to get to something memorable. It's almost like 2 minutes 30 roughly, something like that, until we hear like a bit of chord and a bit of vocal. And then on the first drop, it's just this drop here, if you consider this the first drop, or maybe you consider it the second, it's just it doesn't, I don't know. I'm not really drawn from section to section, to be honest. Like, I get that it's minimal, but it's not like chugging along. Like, if I heard this in a set, maybe in a warm up set would be good. But even still, like I was at a show yesterday early, like at 6 p.m. or something, and they were playing Afro. They were playing some Afro tech and stuff. And even those records, which are just like a little bit more like low key and chill, they still have like a memorable melody, you know, like they still have something that gives it identity. Yeah, where's the hook? This has been the main thing. So last year it was like everything has too much reverb. Turn off the reverb. This year, you know, I think you guys have turned down all your reverb, which is great, and that's created a lot of space for hooks, right? Now, what is the hook? Where is the hook? Is it a vocal? Is it chords? Is it a synthesizer? You've got a lot of parts here onto which you could apply that. But this by itself is, in my opinion, not enough to call a finished track. It's very good, what you've put together, but it's just not gluing together. And I think that's because where's the melody? Where's the bit I'm singing along to? Or where's that super memorable sound that's coming in every so often? Where's the vocal? That's all these questions that I keep asking myself. I'm like, okay, I'm waiting. Is it going to come? Like, I don't mind waiting. Maybe it is progressive, but then it never really happens. And, you know, maybe it doesn't have to be super, super obvious. And when I say hook, I think people think like a pop song, but it's not anything to do with pop music. You know, it's more to do with like setting a vibe and creating. Like, it was very obvious when I was at that show yesterday which songs were resonating with the audience and which were sort of like fillers, you know what I mean? And even on those filler tracks, there is a melody, yeah, like a Hypnotic Art, yeah, well, that as well, I think that definitely. But where's the hook? Where's the thing that makes it the Tal track? And I think it's really important, guys. Like, you know, I think it's cool that, I think there's nothing wrong with recreating a genre that's current, you know, from artists that you like and drawing inspiration. But if you just make it sound the same, then what are you gonna? How is that gonna help you have an identity? Okay, let's go to the next track. But like I said, man, it's really great. Like everything you've done is great. Now you need to build onto that, and you need to make it more interesting. You need to make it more memorable. Just a couple of chords here and a bit of vocal there. It's not enough, like unless this bit was really thumping and there was something really like. But this still feels like an introduction to me. I know you guys always say, oh, but wait until the second build. Guys, it's too late by that point. It's too late. The DJ's going to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay, but I have to wait all the way until we're here to get the crowd going. Nah. They're not going to want that, guys. They're not going to want that. They need to know what the identity of the track is 1 minute in. Okay? So, I'm just telling you, it's important to have, it doesn't have to be the full thing. And I think the other issue is people doing the opposite, giving away too much at the beginning. You don't have to give away too much, but you need to give it an identity. Okay, next we've got You Make Me Feel So Good.
Love takes me higher, yeah. I don't wanna just walk through, but you make me feel so good, yeah. Love takes me higher, yeah. I don't wanna just walk through, but you make me feel so good, yeah.
Really cool, man. But I wish you sent me more. I think it's great. I like this rolling bass line. I think the vocal is good. I think you could do some fun stuff with like an LFO. I think the bass and the kick could roll a little bit more together. They feel a bit too staccato from one another. I like where you're going with it though. Like I like the idea and I like the attitude and the emotion to the track. You could take out the you could take out the house chord at this point and just let like the bass line and the vocal roll. But yeah, sick, man. Thank you for submitting that. All right, guys, we are at the end of the queue. So I'm going to be loading up more songs into the queue. But like I said, I'm prioritizing verified members. And listen, one of the reasons I prioritize verified members is because those are the people who help support these streams and make them possible, right? Without the verified members, I couldn't do these streams. Like it just wouldn't be possible. So if you do want track priority, you want a guaranteed play at almost every stream. I say almost because sometimes we get so many people submitting that it's impossible. So many verified members, but generally speaking, 99% of the time, you're gonna have a guaranteed play. You can upgrade your account and you don't just get track priority, you also get access to all of these amazing features which I've been building over the past 3 years just for you.
Replace Dropbox, Google Drive, SoundCloud Pro, Disco, and DistroKid with Boombox, the all-in-one solution for musicians. Store your files, create playlists, request files, and distribute your music from one place at a single price. Access files on the go and stay synced with our mobile app and macOS app. Dive into our AI tools to spark creativity by generating chords and splitting stems. Search for your files by mood, genre, BPM, and key with our AI-powered advanced search. Share and collaborate with time-stamped feedback, password protection, and customized access permissions. Create professional playlists for pitching with analytics to see who's listening. Release your music into the wild with our inbuilt distribution. And request files from clients and collaborators with inboxes. Boombox, the all-in-one platform for music.
Welcome back, everybody. So if you enjoy coming to the streams, you want to come to more, and you want to get feedback on your track, which is ultimately going to help you improve as a music producer, because the thing is, we can all be the best music producers in the world in our bedroom, but without feedback from others, not just myself, but from the noise community as well, it's hard to know where we could improve the track and actually take it to the next level, so that we have the opportunity to make the biggest impact possible. And if you want to do all of that for the price of a cup of coffee, so if you met me in the street and you wanted to buy me a frappuccino with 2 extra shots of espresso and a bit of caramel on top, I'd probably say no, because that sounds really disgusting, and I drink espressos. However, I would accept the espresso, and we would sit down and do some feedback on your track, and this is exactly the same thing. Okay, I've got some tracks loaded into the queue from our verified members. Thank you so much for upgrading. There is a link here if you want to upgrade your account. That will make you a verified member. We have bronze, silver, and gold tier. Obviously, you can imagine how it works. Gold gets plays first, then silver, then bronze. You get access to all those features, and you get to be a bigger part of the stream. This is Final Bout by Scorm. Well done, Scorm. This is amazing. This is a really, really well produced track. I particularly like the structure and the arrangement of the track. I think it builds nicely. The second breakdown is fantastic. Like when I was listening to it, I wasn't really thinking about those things, and that's usually a good sign. It means that I'm just kind of enjoying the piece of music. For me, man, it was just like a few things, and I think it's more of a mixing thing. So as far as songs go, I think you have a great song. Now, I always say to people, hey, you could put a vocal on this and it would probably make it a little bit better. I do think that this is the case. However, I already have that melody stuck in my head. And this is what I'm talking about, guys, when it comes to hooks, when it comes to earworms. After listening to that song once, I can sing it back to you. Or I could repeat, if it's a vocal, you can repeat the vocal to someone. You repeat the rhythm of the vocal, even if you get the lyrics wrong. But here it's just like this clear, right? The hook is clear. And this is what I keep telling you guys. You've got to write hooks. And Scorm, you've nailed it. You've got a fantastic hook in here. It's super memorable. And you should be really proud of yourself, because it's not easy to create hooks and melodies like that on top of a fantastic production. So let's talk about the mix here for a second. Let me share my thoughts with you. Okay, so I like how thick the synths are. I think you've almost got that right. They feel a bit like crushed, and I like that you kind of saturated them, brought, you know what I mean? You've like, you kind of squished them together. But they feel a bit closed. I want them to be a bit more open and a bit wider. And let's also talk about the kick and snare. It just, because the synths are taking up so much space, it feels like there's no space for the kick and the snare. The kick is cutting through, but every so often, it's not, it's not the same every single time. It's like, sometimes it's clear and sometimes it's not. Now, look, without opening your session and taking a look at it, actually would be kind of difficult to know exactly what's going on there. But if something tells me it's a compressor, okay, it's going on the top picks playlist, guys. I'm adding it. I got you. I got you. Okay. If you guys want access to the top picks playlist, join the WhatsApp group, and I only accept people during the stream. Just remember that. I think the snare is a little buried as well. I think the instrumental needs to sidechain to the snare just in that frequency region. You could use a multi-band compressor, which is just ducking the instrumental, so the snare can just pop through a little bit more, because it's such an important part of the record. Do you know what I mean? Things are just a bit too compressed, and I think they need to be compressed, but maybe just slightly differently, that allows the track to breathe still. I know I'm not being very specific about this, but again, without having the session open in front of me, it's difficult to say. It's just a lack of separation with this instance. Now, this ARP that comes in here, go put it up the octave, man. Put it up the octave and make it shorter. Bring down the sustain and the decay on that synth. Make it more plucky, like more spiky. Bring it up the octave as well. It's just, I like the idea that you're trying to add energy, but it's just taking up a bit too much space, and it gets busy. You layer the snare down the second half, don't you? Yeah, I think it's a shame that you layer the snare with like a toppier snare there, and you don't have it in this section here. So I would do it in both. People hitting me up on Instagram. Guys, join me on YouTube. I'm just leaving this open to let you guys know what I'm up to on YouTube, but join me on YouTube. Okay, cool. Next. Well, thank you for submitting that, by the way. Awesome track. Went to the playlist. Community loved it. I hope that feedback was useful. And yeah, let's move on to the next track. This is Dommy DJ. Swag is on. Much character in the record, like you really haven't held back. It's the kind of thing I just imagine buying on vinyl, like back in at Phonica in Poland Street, and not really knowing exactly where this track would fit in my set, but just knowing that when I play it, it's gonna be that special moment where the audience, where they're kind of like, what the fuck is going on? And I'm also looking at them like, what the fuck is going on? And it's just gonna be amazing. Like, it's just gonna be such an amazing journey. Well, like, some people are gonna get it and gonna be like, yo, this is vibey. Some people are gonna be shazamming it. Some people are gonna be like, I don't really know what the fuck's going on. But it's incredible. Really, really, really incredible. So amazing job here, man. And just a few balance things. I felt like just the highs, like, and the high mids are just ever so slightly too abrasive. So I would just maybe find a way to tame those with soothe, but slightly, because you don't want to take away too much of the character. And there's just that kind of boom, that tuned hits, like tuned conga. Boom, I don't know what it is. I wonder if that could just come down slightly, or have something to diffuse it ever so, like, anyways, that 4 PLs, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that is 4 PLZ. But it's, bro, it's really sick. It's really sick. I feel like I could do a great job mastering it. Just to get it to sound a little warmer. You know what I mean? Like around the lows a little bit more, soften the highs ever so slightly, and then I think you've got like a sick record. Okay. Well, thank you for sending that. Someone's smoking some really good smelling in like the garden next door or something, but it like distracted me as I was like giving you feedback on your track. Next, we've got Living in the City by Deepak Murphy.
Singing urban hymns with every blueprint stained from the blood of my victims. A strain on my conscience, recalling sick things. Remains unresponsive like rats and strychnine. Got a nice name, but the folks call me Butcher. If you're still breathing, I've just overlooked ya. I creep through the alleys by the dark at night as the mist rolls thick past the dim street lights. They call it psychosis, man, stay corrosive. Bodies disappear with my deadly dosage. Know this, everybody's gotta meet the maker. Devil's lieutenant, many men soul taker. Vicious and sadistic, twisted bone breaker. Sometimes I wish that they called me the baker. My name's on the cover of your local paper, so don't hang around and let the Lord forsake ya. I'm faceless, a lone killer from the darkest places with murder cases. Bring misery, but I leave no traces. I slip past the law on a daily basis. Coppers in the street reenact my paces. Driven by the thought of the family's faces. I cast a shadow on your safe oasis. The daggers in my dark cloak haunt these spaces. Done crippling wicked things, sticking my sickle in. Listening as your flesh tears when I split your skin. Feeling your heart cease from within. Watch your eyes fade fixed on my fiendish grin. Yeah, they know the name, but they won't dare to speak it. Take a chance and your life gets deleted. Meat chopper man still stands undefeated. Blood up on my hands till my work's completed.
It kind of reminds me of like an old Lily Allen track from. It's got quite a cool attitude to it. I'll say the thing is like I feel like the production and the vocals are really fighting for attention here. It's important to remember that like when we're like adding vocals to a track or we're building a track around vocals, they do need quite a lot of space. I'll say the things that I like the track and I like the vocals, but Deepak, I don't feel, apart from, I think the sung vocals work on the track, but I just don't know that the rap vocals really match the vibe. However, I will say that the kind of Living in the City title of the track definitely matches the mood. As soon as I heard the track and I read the title, I was like, yeah, okay, that's interesting. I think it works, you know, like, but it definitely made me think of Living in a City. I just don't know that there's that relationship between the rap vocal and the beat and the instrumental. I tell you someone who does do that quite well, and this also kind of reminds me of this. I don't know if you guys remember, like there was a song by Calvin Harris and Dizzy Rascal. That record, you know, there's just a lot of space, and the vocal is very bouncy, and so is the track. The two kind of play against each other, and I think when rap vocals are involved, then the two need to sort of be quite married. Whereas here, the rhythm and the bounciness of the rap and the kind of sustain in the instrumental don't quite have that relationship. But it's cool, you know, like well done for trying. And you know, that, like I said, there are elements of this that I really like. I think it's about just trying to find that relationship, trying to create that relationship between the two. All right, guys, we are at the end of the queue. I'm going to be loading up more songs in a little bit, but as I've already said a couple of times throughout the stream, don't forget that I do prioritize verified members. Now, if you do want to upgrade your account, I'm going to leave a link in the chat right now. This is going to allow you to get track priority, get feedback on your track, not just tonight or today, depending on where you are, but at every single live stream that I host twice per week. That's 8 live streams per month. Plus, you get access to all of these amazing features.
Replace Dropbox, Google Drive, SoundCloud Pro, Disco, and DistroKid with Boombox, the all-in-one solution for musicians. Store your files, create playlists, request files, and distribute your music from one place at a single price. Access files on the go and stay synced with our mobile app and macOS app. Dive into our AI tools to spark creativity by generating chords and splitting stems. Search for your files by mood, genre, BPM, and key with our AI-powered advanced search. Share and collaborate with time-stamped feedback, password protection, and customized access permissions. Create professional playlists for pitching with analytics to see who's listening. Release your music into the wild with our inbuilt distribution. And request files from clients and collaborators with inboxes. Boombox, the all-in-one platform for music.
So welcome back, everybody. Just remember, if you want a guaranteed play and feedback of your track, all you have to do is upgrade your account. I'm going to drop the link one more time for you guys, and think of it as just buying me a cup of coffee, and you get feedback on your track, and it gets better. You know, I think a lot of the time as musicians, we invest in a lot of things. We invest in synths, we invest in audio interfaces, we invest in studio time, but we don't always invest in community and feedback, which is just as, if not more important, in order to be able to take our music to the next level. And that's because we have the luxury of being able to make everything at home alone on a laptop with headphones, but that isn't the most social thing that we can do, and also not the most beneficial thing we can do in order to prioritize getting better at our music. So here's the link one more time, and we're going to kick this off with Wizard Blood, Back to Life. I love this. I think this is great. I think it's one of my favorite things that you read. That ARP is from a synth. I'm trying to think what synth it's from. I know it's like a preset on a synth because I've used it before, and it's great. Nothing wrong with using that. You know, like if it's pre-made and it sounds amazing. Dun 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 dun. Man, I don't know why you don't just add a really big kick here and you just like dun dun ba-dum ba-bum ba-dum bum ba-dum 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 bum ba-da-ba-ba ba-da. You know what I mean? Like you just need to do that for this drop here, but you add like a respace in, and I don't know why, bro. You overcomplicate it. It was so good already. It was so good. I was just waiting for a poof, poof, just a big kick, right? But you kind of just like diluted it with this other stuff, and I think you just gotta take that all out and just have dun 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 bam bam kick. The tambourine's not working, man. Take the tambourine out. Just put a more straight shaker, but I would actually just put like a hat. You know, I would just put some closed and open hats in. Tambourine is just it's got a different like emotion. It's not really, you know, it's not. How do you describe it? That's not right. You get what I'm saying. What else? Oh yeah. That up there. You need to add some effects to it to get it to match the "Bring me back to life," right? You know what I mean? Just bring something like back there. Just add something to the ARP, like some distortion, a bit of reverb, a bit of delay, just to make it a bit more mystical and majestic, and just get it to tie closer to the vocal. Yeah. I love, by the way, lots of hooks here. Bring me back to life. Dun, 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 dun. Lots of hooks, lots of memorable parts. I'm singing them out loud, which means they're stuck. So you win one of the prize. Well, there's a few people in the stream who've got the prize for hooks, who put the hooks in their track, made memorable records, you know, and it works. You actually got quite a few hooks in here, maybe too many. That's really cool though. And then I would go into a breakdown at this point. The kick is wrong, dude. The kick feels too New Order, Blue Monday. Down 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 da 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 da. It's just a little too like, yeah. You need something dancier and bigger and fatter, just more, a bit more decay. No, don't add a starter shop to the ARP. It just feels very dry. It just feels very like, yeah, you need a dance kick. Right now you have like a retro kick. So go into Splice and find something that matches the mood. Okay, next we have Illegal by Viper Boy.
My name is Pink and I'm really glad to meet you. You're recommended to me by some people. Hey, ooh, is this illegal? Hey, ooh, it feels illegal. My name is Pink and I'm really glad to meet you. You're recommended to me by some people. Hey, ooh, is this illegal? Hey, ooh, it feels illegal. I've saw the quite a few times. You don't tell why you're best mates. My name is Pink and I'm really glad to meet you. You're recommended to me by some people. Hey, ooh, is this illegal?
like this a lot of character, very catchy, it's fun, it's groovy, it's a Gen Z groove. I'm just gonna call it that. That's not a negative criticism. I think Gen Zs, they're fun, they want to dance, they want simple things, they want to remix vocals, it's up, it's poppy, it's great, it bounces, I'm having a good time. I'm drinking a vodka Red Bull and I'm like 23 again and I haven't got a worry in the world except for who's going to split the Uber with me home. That's about it. But really sick, man. Great record. I would love to hear the rest. Needs a bit of a mix, but like I just want to hear what this sounds like, you know, as a full record, because I think you've got the bulk of it here. Vocals could come up a little bit. That was my only note. I love your sound, man. I love how like it's just kind of fun and crunchy and boppy, and I think you're really good at that. I think you're really, really good. You always have been. You've been to the live stream so many times, so it's really cool. Wait, did we get PLs for this? Wait, what are we PLing? Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, and Matt said fake drop off the first breakdown would be also really cool. I agree with that. Okay, next is Say It Demo by Aetherfall. like the bass sound. I think it's awesome. This like square wave bass sound that you've used. It's got this kind of like disclosure-y vibe to it. I think it's really funky, man. The only thing that's kind of like rubbing me the wrong way is this is like the third chord in your chord progression. Just it doesn't sit quite right with me. Maybe it's not the third, hold on. Maybe I take that back. No, it's that. That one. Just I feel like the voicing of the chord isn't quite right, but it's the right idea. It's just something about that voicing doesn't sit quite right for me. There's a bit too much tension between that and the next chord. It's just it's a minor thing, because actually when the bass line comes in, it sounds alright, but there is a little bit of a clash between the bass note and that chord. So just maybe try to edit just that chord, and that's it. The rest I thought was really vibey. I think maybe like some sort of like spoken voice somewhere at some point would be nice. But apart from that, great work. Oh my god, there was like just like a towel moving in the wind over there, and I thought there was someone standing on the balcony. That really freaked me out. Okay. There's nobody here, Fabio. You're alone. Move forward. This is Learning to Forget 3 Lungs. Pull up. No, I'm just kidding. It's cool, man. I'm sorry to hear that you felt depressed over the weekend, but I guess I'm also glad that you managed to like channel into making music. You know, most people would just go out and annihilate their liver. Maybe you did that too. I don't know, but yeah, that's cool, man. I think like there's a moment where the piano resolves at with the lower note on the left hand here. Oh, there. Da, 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 da. And I really like that. And I love this buzzing sound that you put in, and it's like really intense and it like builds. It's really intense. I love that. Like it's very meditative. It's cool. Synth sound there, it captures and emotion. It's very interestingly, like it just, especially with the it's because it sits in such stark contrast to the piano as well, right? Piano is so organic, and then you have this. It's almost like a tinnitus. It's like it's almost like this is the depression, and then the sustained synth is the anxiety. And I love that there's like a, because I feel like depression and anxiety kind of sit on this seesaw, right? And when they're balanced, that's kind of when you have peace, when you're trying like to not think about the past too much, ruminate about the past or worry about the future. When you have them sort of in balance, and just like coming back to what I was saying, just like that piano is the depression, and then that other sound is the anxiety, and it's just, but yeah, sending hugs to everybody. If anyone is feeling sad, which is, of course, it's totally normal to feel sad, and we just shouldn't demonize that. Maybe make some sad music. I think that's awesome. I think that's super cool that you did that, man. So thank you for sharing and being vulnerable with us, man, and telling us how you felt. And obviously, like, we would expect like a drum and bass banger from you, but you were like, hey, I'm just gonna put a piece of myself out there to the community, and that's really brave. That's really, really brave. So whatever you're going through, man, just know that, we're really, really grateful that you shared that with us, and we hope that you're feeling better. So thank you for sharing that. Okay, so before we add more amazing music to the queue, just remember that you can get track priority and share your amazing music and get feedback on it, and also have access to all of these amazing features designed for you.
Replace Dropbox, Google Drive, SoundCloud Pro, Disco, and DistroKid with Boombox, the all-in-one solution for musicians. Store your files, create playlists, request files, and distribute your music from one place at a single price. Access files on the go and stay synced with our mobile app and macOS app. Dive into our AI tools to spark creativity by generating chords and splitting stems. Search for your files by mood, genre, BPM, and key with our AI-powered advanced search. Share and collaborate with time-stamped feedback, password protection, and customized access permissions. Create professional playlists for pitching with analytics to see who's listening. Release your music into the wild with our inbuilt distribution. And request files from clients and collaborators with inboxes. Boombox, the all-in-one platform for musicians.
Welcome back, guys. Sorry, I got stuck adding songs to the queue. So let me know who upgraded today, by the way. I feel like I see some new users in here. I would love to know if you upgraded today. That's really fucking cool if you did. Thank you so much for supporting the stream. Really means the world. So just let me know in the chat. Just want to thank you personally. Obviously, I want to thank everyone for having an upgraded account. It really, really, really means the world, guys. I can make these streams happen thanks to those of you who upgrade your accounts. And those of you who upgraded your accounts, you're not just making the streams possible for you guys and getting track priority, you're also helping other people in the music community get free feedback on their tracks. So everyone is supporting everyone, and this is what this is all about. You guys support me, I support you, and we support the whole community. So if you did upgrade, yeah, let me know. Well, let me know what your names are in the, like what is your profile name, because your name tag here in the YouTube chat is different from what you've put in your Boombox account. Okay, next, this is DZ, Start a Fire.
It's that smile, I think, more than anything, that makes my heart speed up and starts me off again. I have to close my eyes to let it not escape. The taste of thunderstorm as they're about to break. There's enough of you in me to start a fire coming up from a deep sea. have my memory of the day we met. How did I keep so calm? You were an exocet. Of course I'll never say my feelings to your face. It's just a fantasy from which I can't escape. There's enough of you in me to start a fire coming up from a deep sea of dark desire. You're like a firework in my soul, and I'm starting to lose control. There's enough of you in me to start a fire.
I think we should get Dizette to do a masterclass on how he makes his tracks, because that is beautiful. Beautiful. I really have no feedback, but Matthew said some reverb flares on the vocals and the breakdown would be cool. So let's take a listen to that. Maybe I missed that.
Memory of the day we met. How did I keep so calm? You were an exocet. Of course I'll never say my feelings to your face. It's just a fantasy from which I can't escape. There's enough of you in me to start a fire.
I think the reverb flares are kind of there. There's like
Coming
towards the end. Okay.
up from a deep sea of dark desire. You're like a firework in my soul, and I'm starting to lose control. There's enough of you in me to start a fire.
God damn, I feel like Dizette should be giving feedback. You should just take over. We'll swap places wherever you are. Incredible work. I don't know, man. Feedback? I mean, the only thing I would say is I just feel those synths could. I know you just said you just started working on it. Those synths could just come forward a little bit. I don't know if it's just that they could have a bit more transient to them. Do you know what I mean? Like a bit more attack. And I think you could do that in the mixing stage, with just bump, just a little bouncier, just a tiny bit. But otherwise, yeah, no, Matthew, I know what you mean. Like maybe something here, but I don't know. It's good. I think it's good. I'm finding it. I think it's great, man. The fact that you just started that is also kind of crazy, but I like where everything is sitting. I think it's fantastic. Okay, this is Legacy FM, Lucy in Disguise.
It's not the rest of your life playing games
as time forgets to go by. You fall to pieces when I'm away. Blackout nights and sleepless days. The only way to stop the pain. You don't know it, but I feel the same. And baby, don't cry. And baby, don't cry.
This is killer. I just listened to the last chorus again. This is really, really, really good.
Baby, don't cry.
I wonder if like the vocal, I like that you've affected it so much. I actually really like the auto-tune on it as well. I wonder if it could just sit above the record a little bit more. So send the whole instrumental apart from the drums to one group, track stack, bus, whatever you have in your DAW, and then put something like track spacer on there and just get it to dip a little bit. Track spacer or multi-band compression or something, just get to dip a little bit and sidechain to the vocal just so you can hear it ever so slightly more. I love this. I love this. It's so good. The melodies are so catchy. The sound design is just fantastic. It's really giving me like Drive, you know, that movie Drive vibes. Like it's just, you just nailed it. Ultimately, it's a great song, right? It's a great, great, great song. No, I know it's the style with these kind of tracks, but I'm just wondering, like, could they just lift out a little bit more? This makes me want to get in my car right now. This is like I just broke up with my girlfriend. I'm smoking a cigarette out the window. It's okay. PL accountant doesn't need to sum them up because I already added it to the playlist, but love this. Can't wait to listen to this on the playlist. Just remember, guys, if you want access to the playlists, you have to join the WhatsApp group and you can listen to all the music that you voted for. And I only accept people into the WhatsApp group during the live stream. So don't forget that, okay? All right, next we got Have You Ever? first of all, dude, my condolences to your wife, and beautiful that you wrote a song representing your life in Christ before, during, and after. Which I imagine which is why there are so many changes, which is why I wanted to go through it. I think what's cool about this is that you do have a lot of awesome, like, separate parts, but they all feel like individual songs to me. Now, it makes sense, you're capturing that journey, but I wonder if, like, this could be dissected into like 2, 3, or 4 different songs, because the vocal and like the intro is so cool, but then and I love that piano, but you could come back to this, which is maybe like a slightly groovier bass line or something. Whereas this is lovely, like all of it's nice, but it just doesn't, you know, it goes on. Personally, I know, like, you know, I don't know where you're wanting the song to be played or whatever, but less is more. Make it simpler, and then you could create other songs or other versions of the song. And 9 minutes is pretty long, so I would try to bring it down to like 5 minute 30 essentially. And yeah, there's just kind of like, I understand why there's, because of what you wrote, I understand why there's a lot of songs in one, but my advice would be try to just make one song and figure out like how to make this section here, these first 2 minutes, into one record, because that has a lot of potential, and then this has a lot of potential from this point onwards, but separately. Do you know what I mean? Like, then this is something completely different for me. But I hope you find that useful. And also, like, all those sections are great. I think it's just about choosing one or two and turning them into the rest of the record, and just building and evolving on those parts that you have there. Okay, next we have Transporter, Crinkle Cut.
I know your situation, slow burning desperation, but I know you could be breaking free from gravity. Don't let the commotion stop you from forward motion. Don't ever look back, gotta double down, stand your ground. You say you need to find someone to free your mind, somebody to turn your key, somebody like me. I will be your transporter, you just tell me where. When you need to cross the border, I will get you there. Singing na 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 na. Oh yeah. I feel your dedication, you know your destination. I'm your guide for the ride. Be the boat, I'll be the tide. We are the people of destiny and perfect love. We're the perfect paradigm. I am reason, you are rhyme. You don't need to fear your fate, I will help you navigate. You don't have to fight or flee, have trust in me. I will be your transporter, you just tell me where. When you want to cross the border, I will get you there. When you need a power source, I will be your steady force. When it's time to change the plan, you know I'm your man. You can feel the journey calling you. You can see your fantasy come true. You found the perfect chord, now it's time to hit record. Down the track, no looking back, so glad you're on board. I will be your transporter, taking you across the border.
All right. Some cool elements, man. Here, I mean, I'm guessing it's not mixed, so let's just focus on the songwriting and the production. I like the uniqueness of your production. I think it's definitely got something. It's got like a certain character for me, and I know this is something we've spoken about before, but like I just think the songwriting and lyrically, there's so much going on. There are so many lyrics and there's so many words, and it makes it very difficult to like remember the record as a result. So what I'm trying to say is like, I think the way I would approach this record, top lining, writing the chorus, the vocal chorus, the hook for this record is, I think of like records from the era that you're emulating. It's got this 80s sound to it, and I think like the one that came to mind was like, girls just wanna have fun. Oh, girls just wanna have fun. It's that's it. That's the hook, right? Like that's the hook. Here it's like I couldn't re-sing the hook to you. I could maybe sing bits of the melody, but transporter as well, the word it doesn't sing nicely. Like I could be your transporter, and then you go like into the next word. It's not, you got to think about like, it's not just about the theme of the song, because the theme of the song is like, I'm going to transport you, help you over the border and stuff. But like, how does that sing, right? How does that like, where did the vowels sit? Where did the consonants fall on the beat or not? How do they add rhythmically? Like ultimately, like it's great having a set of lyrics and trying to make them fit, but if the word doesn't sing right, like what if transporter was like navigator, or I'll be your, also think it's a little too on the nose. Like there's a lack of like metaphor for me personally. Like I can be your transporter, I'll help you over the border. It's like, it's very literal. And I think personally, like it could just be a bit more poetic. Like it could be like, I could be your transporter, I could help you over the border. It's like, I think of, how would Frank Sinatra say that? Fly me to the moon and let me play along the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. It's like, it rhymes, but none of it is really on the nose. He's not really saying much. You're kind of like guessing what he's saying. He's talking about a feeling. Girls just want to have fun. It's talking about a feeling. Here I feel like we're talking about something very literal. So I just want everyone to like take that into like, to help everyone with their songwriting, because I love songwriting. I work with a lot of vocalists and it's sick. But the one thing that I try and steer away from is being literal, because at the end of the day, like you can be like, it does work, but then you have to say, if you're going to be literal, you have to say it in as few words as possible, which is why Girls Just Want to Have Fun works really well. Billie Eilish is another example of this, someone who uses metaphors and poetry to get her point across. So, like I think that's something maybe to, I'm not saying that this is by any means a bad song. I think it's great, man. I'm just wondering, like, I know you messaged me as well, like, asking like how to work on the songwriting. When I'm listening to like any record, I think all of it is like a twisted metaphor, like a twisted bit of poetry, which also sings really well, which also like the consonants and the words sing well, because sometimes we get married to a word that we want to record, but we have to, what's it called? There's a book by someone, and they talk about killing the baby. So I do this when I work with vocalists. I kill the baby, okay? So killing the baby, and I do it with myself too all the time. Killing the baby is when it's like, is it perfect? Or like, is it as good as it could be? No, let's get rid of the idea and let's try something until it is, and I'll sit and I will mumble a word or a line or a phrase until it's like, okay, that's the one. You know what I mean? Like, I'll sit with it until I'm like, that it's perfect now. So just something to think about there. Poetry, metaphors, twisted, less words, and especially if you're going to be literal, like Girls Just Want to Have Fun, it's 2 lines for the chorus, right? So reducing the amount of information that the listener has to take in, because that's ultimately what's going to, like think of all the great records. I mean, anything. Like, I was thinking Kanye West, how could you be so heartless? But it's also the way it sings, right? Very literal. And then the rest of it's quite poetic. How could you be so heartless? It's just heart and heart the T from the heart falls on the beat. You know, it's just like, it's very well aligned. I hope that kind of makes sense. But yeah, less information, more poetic, be a little bit more like random. Go too far in that direction and then come back, meet it somewhere in the middle. Okay, next we have 2024 Ordinary Day of March. Usually I'm not a fan of so much reverb, but I think it's very, very, very tasteful on this track. I like the vibes. It's got like some dub reggae vibes to it, which is why it feels a bit like Massive Attack. I like that kind of sine wave sub with a bit of saturation that you've created. Like it's really cool. It's like a not an obvious, but there is a bit of call and response between the elements, and I like that too. I think it's quite, again, quite tasteful is the way I would describe it. Some of the melodies don't feel complete, like they don't conclude in like an emotional way. They're nice. Like I would put this more in the direction, and this isn't like a negative criticism by the way, but I would lean this track more towards like library music, as in not like played in a library, but like sync library music for like TV and film, than I would towards like, you know, like radio or club. And that's not a, like, again, it's not a negative criticism. It's a very it's a great thing. And you know, a lot of amazing music coming through on TV and film sync. Pretty cool. So that's what I saying towards, and I think melodically, if you change it a little bit, then it could become more of a song. on, sorry. My girlfriend's lost and I have to give her the address home. Okie dokie. Alright guys, this is the final chance to upgrade, by the way. So if you absolutely want your track played, then you can upgrade your track. Now if you need the feedback now, you can upgrade your account with Boombox to bronze, silver or gold, which is starter, creator or pro. And don't forget that once you upgrade your account, you can come back to the live stream and get track priority again. And you also get all of these amazing features designed for you.
Replace Dropbox, Google Drive, SoundCloud Pro, Disco, and DistroKid with Boombox, the all-in-one solution for musicians. Store your files, create playlists, request files, and distribute your music from one place at a single price. Access files on the go and stay synced with our mobile app and macOS app. Dive into our AI tools to spark creativity by generating chords and splitting stems. Search for your files by mood, genre, BPM, and key with our AI-powered advanced search. Share and collaborate with time-stamped feedback, password protection, and customized access permissions. Create professional playlists for pitching with analytics to see who's listening. Release your music into the wild with our inbuilt distribution. And request files from clients and collaborators with inboxes. Boombox, the all-in-one platform.
Welcome back to the stream. So don't forget that you get access to all of those amazing features in Boombox. I've been building this over the past 3 years with an amazing but very, very small team. We're trying to make all your dreams come true. You are the guys who are sending feedback on the platform. And if there's enough of you who submit something or request something, we make that feature for y'all. It's Dropbox, it's SoundCloud, it's DistroKid, all in one place. It's going to save you a ton of money so you can go and buy that expensive pair of speakers or synth or guitar. Plus, we're really trying to become the next biggest music community in the world. I want to knock Spotify off the pedestal. They're evil. They're not serving the music community. And I really think we can make those changes. But I also need your support in order to do that. So if you support me, I want to build this and evolve this into something special. I want to build studios around the world. I want to do in real life community hangouts. I want to bring music producers and mixing engineers way more talented than I am to help you elevate your game. So it's not just about track priority. It's not just about features. This is about trying to build one of the biggest platforms in the world, and we're doing it bit by bit. It's going to take some time, obviously, as you know. Like these things are not simple, but if you do upgrade your account, you are essentially buying me a cup of coffee, and that cup of coffee, that caffeine goes a long way. That caffeine allows me and my team to take down the kingpins and replace them with something better, more affordable, more rewarding, and that helps us as musicians have sustainable careers. So if that's something that resonates with you, let me know. You can upgrade here, and don't forget that you also get access to all of the streams. So if you have just upgraded, please let me know so I can prioritize your track now for the next selection of tracks. If not, let me know the name of your track and I will add them to the queue. I'm going to choose some randomly. Okay, so I'm going to choose 3 tracks randomly, but if someone upgrades, I will of course prioritize that as well. And I am going to play one track that I did play at the beginning of the stream. I think it would only be fair to play it again. What's it called? Gator? All right, this is Gator by Vashi.
So tonight with this, what we're doing here,
concept is really cool. Dude, I think it's like 80% there. Like, I think it's bouncy. I think it's fun. I think you've got a lot going on. I like how minimal it is. But because it's minimal, I do think that you need to make it a little bit more exciting with some ear candies that are a bit more daring. You know what I mean? They're just these kind of things that just like pop out. Not like sweet ear candies in the background. Maybe a few of those, like some ambient ear candies. But I'm talking more like in your face, like ding, 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 dum, dum, bum, 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 bum. And then after 8 bars, dum, 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 bim, 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 dum, dum, dum. You know what I mean? Just something to like take you out of the... I'm just getting murdered by mosquitoes right now, so sorry for the clapping. But just something to take you out of like the clean groove and just into, you know, I would put some like old school, like late 80s or 90s little cuts, fills, samples, things like that. But yeah, it's cool, man. It needs a bit more showmanship, a bit more excitement. All right, next we've got Crush by Navastro. Navstro? Cool, man. I think you almost had it. Like, this is great. Like, all of this. So, just a bit more exciting on the drums, just like a shaker. This loud bongo here, though. Super random, man. That ain't the one. I'll tell you right now. That ain't the... Take that one out. Take that out. You just need to develop your drums. That's what's going to make it more interesting. Don't be scared to, like, add some shakers, add some top loops. The vocals really cool, the piano's really cool, the rest of it's great, but you just kind of added the wrong percussion at the end. It just, you know, just like some shuffly drums, just to help the beat evolve a little bit. That's what I would do. All right, next we've got Tear Fox, Last Memories, featuring Maddie.
I will dive in for you when you can't take this no more, and When you feel like no one's watching, I will find you. Life will hit you harder. Life will hurt you often. I will dive in. I will try to save you. Life will hit you harder. Life will hurt you often. I will dive in. I will try to save you.
Guys, give me 1 second. I need to let my girlfriend in, but I don't want to miss the rest of the track. Just give me 1 sec.
When your heart's beating so loud.
Okay, I think this is cool, man. I like the instrumental. I think the vocal is okay. I don't. Is it you? Is it someone you know who sung the vocal? Like, it's just the vocal singing technique is not quite right. It's when the da 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 da. It's da 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 da. Should be like the same energy all the way through. Da 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 da. And usually the temptation is, or certain singers. I'm not saying she's a bad singer, but singers have bad habits, right? And that's what a good vocal producer would do, was shake off those bad habits, right? And that bad habit that we're seeing is da 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 da, because she goes to the higher note, she gets louder, right? Now we can control that in the computer as well with gain automation, and just dip it down. Da 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 da. So da 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 da. You should start the phrase louder, and that shouldn't be louder than what you start the phrase with, because it's just the singing technique is bad. It's bad is not nice. It's wrong. Yeah, so it's just something you want to work with. I think you got the right idea. I think it's like quite a sweet song, but it just that vocal it feels a little too mellow. It doesn't feel emotional compared to how emotional the instrumental feels. I love the instrumental with this track. I think it's fantastic. The vocal feels like it's being sung. It doesn't feel like it's being performed, and I think that's a very different thing, right? When a vocalist song, like I could just sing like this, da 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 da, I'm singing, but when I perform a vocal, that's when the listener has a chance to connect with it. So that's your challenge, man, is go and either work with Maddie again and see if you guys can create a more emotional performance, or on the other hand, you could find a singer, keep the top line, credit Maddie for her songwriting or his songwriting, and find a vocalist who can really perform the record. So I just want to take a moment to say thank you to everyone who came to the live stream and submitted your music. Thank you so much to everyone who upgraded their account. I really, really, really am so grateful. You are the ones that make these streams happen. And thank you to the community for showing up and for getting involved in the comments, helping other artists with their feedback. I will be back next week, Monday. I'm not going to do a live stream this Thursday. I'm just taking a break from one of the live streams. Just have a breather. We've been doing these for a year, pretty much without fail, every single week. I think I've missed like 3 weeks in a year, which is crazy. And then since I don't know how long now, for like 4 months we've been doing 2 streams a week. I kind of want to up that to maybe 3 or 4. Let's see what happens. I also don't want to burn out, because I always do this to myself, and something is going really well, I'm like, let's just do loads of it all the time, and that's not always the right thing to do. But it's been a pleasure as always, and thank you for dealing with me and my broken mic at the beginning of the stream. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you for showing up today. I hope you found my feedback useful. I'll see you in the WhatsApp group, so don't forget to join that. And